frozen and everything else. So what I've done to get more into that is I've re-invited our good friend Merle Ellis the butcher. You all know him, the syndicated columnist. Come on into the kitchen. Let's get some answers from the butcher. Merle Ellis, thank you for coming back to the Spanek Magic Kitchen.
Beautiful kitchen.
Well, hey, Spanek Magic. You know, listen, Merle, we promised everybody on the video that I would get into poultry, talk about some economics and things like that. Would you be kind enough to share a little bit of your own magic with...
Okay, well, I'll try and pass along some things. The first thing being, and I think the thing that got us acquainted, I walked into the meat market one day and there was a whole bunch of these vertical roasters on the shelf, and I always buy whole poultry, whole chickens. So the guy said, here, you ought to try roasting one on this rack. And I said, hey, who needs another piece of kitchen gadgets, you know? And I don't have enough drawer space. He said, try it, you're really going to like it. So I took it home and tried it, and I've been cooking vertically ever since. But no matter what you want, even if you want chicken breasts, you are better off, Denny, to buy the whole bird and cut it up yourself. Now, I always buy whole chickens, but a lot of people don't buy whole chickens, and the reason that I'm most often given for not doing the whole chicken is because they don't have time. You know, they want to get home, get the thing in the frying pan, maybe read the paper. They don't have a lot of time to spend cutting up a chicken, and I can understand that. We are all busy these days, and but if you are too busy to spend a little time in the kitchen cutting up a chicken, you are probably overworked and underpaid, because if that took me more than 15 seconds, I'm slowing down.
Merle, wait a minute.
Let me explain some economy
I promised everybody out there we were going to slow this down.
Okay,
I mean,
well, that's why I brought along another chicken.
God almighty.
But I'll tell you, let me
How many years you been doing that?
Do we have to talk about that? No, my dad was a butcher, and the thing I got started doing was in the back room cutting up a chicken. We had cases of them to do, so
But it's cheaper to do that.
Oh, yeah. But you know, the butcher, it's always 20, 30 cents a pound difference if you buy the whole bird and cut it up yourself. And now we're not even talking about boning out chicken breasts, things like that. We're just talking about cut up versus whole. If you buy the whole one, it's 30 cents, say 20 cents a pound. Average chicken, 3 pounds. In 15 seconds, Denny, I just saved 60 cents. That's $1.20 in 30 seconds.
So when they're on sale,
cents a minute, that's 300. If you would pay me what people are paying to cut up chickens, I could retire by the end of this show, I think.
That's unbelievable.
But the butcher charges you a little extra to put it back together. They put the breast, this stuff down here in the bottom, and they put the bony back pieces on top of it, and they plump up the breast on top of that, and they put the legs back together. They sort of reassemble it for you, and they charge you, 25, 30, 50 cents a pound more.
You just put the chicken back together.
Right. And you still have to do something with the breast. You still have to do something. That's too much for a single serve.
Okay.
So anyway, let's slow it down here. Put that off to the side.
Okay, let me get this straight. One thing I got to ask you here.
Yeah.
So I go to the store, I buy chickens because I'm always using them for the Spanek roaster, but I should buy 2 or 3 more chickens when they're on sale so I can cut them up.
Exactly.
Okay, I got it. Okay, go ahead.
Denny, I have done cutting tests, and if you want just boneless, skinless chicken breasts, you are very often better off to buy the whole chicken, cut it up, bone out the breast, and throw everything else away. You'll still save money.
You'll still save money. Yeah. I'll be darned. Okay.
Let's take it a little bit slower here.
Slow it down. Okay.
Now, the first thing you do, Denny,
all right. I'm watching.
I have to digress here a second. Have you ever noticed what's inside these little packages? Butchers get our kick. We get our kicks in the strangest ways.
Yeah.
Well, it's got all kinds of stuff. Look at this one. Look at this one. It's got
liver,
half a gizzard, 1 liver.
1 liver.
They always have a neck.
Yeah.
But look at this.
3 hearts.
3 hearts. Man, that guy had a problem. No wonder it died. You know. Okay.
What's the reason for that? Here.
Oh no, it's just they in the packing plant. It's all assembly line things, and so they reach in and they're talking about who they're going to date tonight or tomorrow, and they throw in 3 hearts, 2 livers, something. It's amazing what you find in there.
That's something.
Okay, the first thing you want to do, Denny, when you cut up a chicken, is get kind of familiar with it. Wiggle it around a little bit.
Okay.
Don't get friendly with it, or you won't want to cut it up.
I got you.
Don't give it a name or anything. And then it does help to have a good sharp knife. I usually start up here at the wing.
At the wing.
You'll just
right under the joint there.
Right. You can see where the joint is.
Okay.
And then just cut through the joint, and you've taken off the wing.
Oh.
Now, as I said, it does help to have a good sharp knife. Denny.
Piece number 1.
Yes.
Cut off the wing.
The next target is back here where the thigh hooks onto the back.
I got
see
you.
where that
Okay.
see where that wiggling is?
All right.
And if you just lift up, you can see the contour of the leg.
Okay.
So just lift it up and glide the knife down one
Right
side
under
to
there.
that one.
That seems kind of natural.
Yeah. And then to do the same on the back side.
Okay.
And then bend it back and expose the joint.
And that
and cut through the joint.
All right. Now you got 2 pieces.
If you louse that up, you get to practice on the other
side. Okay.
So we just find that.
Do this part real slow.
Find
Everybody
that joint.
can see here. Okay.
See it? Wiggle in there.
All right.
Just
stop.
find that joint and cut through the joint.
Okay.
Okay. Now, same thing on the other side. Back here's our
there it is. Okay.
Cut down to that spot on one side. Cut down to that spot on the other. Bend it back and cut through the joint. That part gets easy, Denny. After a couple of chickens, you've mastered that. Now, some people have a hard time separating the breast from the back.
Okay.
And it's really pretty simple because, and not only is it simple, but here's where you do it a whole lot better at home than the butcher does. Because in the meat market, they just take it on the saw, and they take out a little section of the spinal column here, like so on the saw, and they leave all of the ribs from the back on the breast. Check it out. When you go to the supermarket, read the label on the chicken breast.
Okay.
It will say chicken breast with ribs. Now, what that means is you're paying a premium for the bony back part.
Okay, watch for that. Watch for that now.
Yeah. Okay, to take it from here, we're going to just cut down through this loose skin to the middle of the back. Put your knife down, bend that back.
And there that goes.
And then cut that up, and that's half the back. Now, here's where the...
I got 2 wings.
Everybody knows the component parts of a chicken.
I'm counting here.
Now, this is where you really, because you're going to, to separate the breast from the back, there's a rib that comes up from the back, and the ribs come up from the breast. And at each juncture where they come together, there's a little dot of cartilage. It's a real, can you see that in here? See those little bones, those little dots of cartilage? That's the target. Now, what you have to do is just slide your knife in, right above this joint here, there's a little space.
Oh, there you go, yeah.
Just slide your knife in with the sharp side up, in one side and out the other, and then it's like those dot drawings you used to do when you were a kid. And, just follow those dots. And you're cutting through cartilage.
Look at that.
Cutting through cartilage, not through bone, so there's no jagged edges. And then just bend that back, pull it apart, and you've cut up the chicken every bit as much as the butcher did.
Voila.
And you've saved yourself a lot of money.
Listen, can we put some of those parts and pieces on my shish kebab skewers?
Oh, sure. We can bone out the breast, make some skewers and all that sort of stuff. Do some fun things with there are all kinds of things that you can do. So as you said, if you see chickens when they're on special, buy a bunch. Do a couple of them on the vertical roasters, and then cut the rest up, package them up, and put them in the freezer, and we'll show people how to do that.
Let me ask you.